Hello there, fifth graders. Day 3. Anybody remember what our reading skill is this week? Cause and effect. Well, let's go ahead and just do a quick review. You have seen this slide before. Stay with me because I may or may not have some big news to share. But let's do a quick review about cause and effect. So on the cause side, the cause is what makes it happen. It's the why something happens, and it always comes first in real life. Okay, Kelly studied her spelling words. That's a cause. Let's look at the effect side. On the effect side, it's the result or the outcome. This is the result of something else. It's what happens after an incident, and it always comes after the cause in real life. So the cause over here in this green box will always lead to an effect. So Kelly studied her spelling words. That's our cause. And our effect is she did well on her test. And that happens to many of you guys. We don't do spelling tests in our class, but I know you study for other things, and that leads you to do well on your test. So the cause, what came first? Kelly studied. What came next? She did well on her test. So let's look at the sentence right down at the bottom as soon as that bar goes away. Read it out loud with me. Kelly studied her spelling words, so she did well on her test. Can you find a clue word in there that joins these two together? So, that's right, okay? So shows us this is a cause and effect relationship. All right, well, I've been wanting to tell you that, I think I have told you, my kids want a dog really bad. And I thought this worked really well into our cause and effect today. And so my kids want a dog, not one that looks like that. So, and we just said so is one of our clue words. So if this is the cause, my kids want a dog. So what could be an effect of that? Do you have any ideas? Here is the effect. Her name is Penny, and she's coming to our house in just a couple weeks. So let's go back to the cause. My kids want a dog, so we got them a dog. What's the cause? My kids want a dog. What did that lead to? It led to us getting this dog right here, a girl named Penny. She is an Aussie Door, and she is a few weeks old and will be coming soon to our house. I'm excited to talk to you more about it when we're back in the classroom. So that is my cause and effect today. You get to practice with this little passage right here. This is not about getting a dog, but it is about going to Valley Fair. And maybe that's a place you've been before. Obviously, it's been closed for a while and we haven't gotten to go. Okay, but we're going to read a little paragraph about two kids who wanted to go to Valley Fair. And as I'm reading, I want you to think of cause and effect. Remember that cause comes first and it makes something else happen. And that something else is the effect. So let's think of cause and effect as we read this story. Follow along with me. Jenny and Dave were thrilled to be headed to Valley Fair. They had packed a cooler filled with their favorite beverages and snacks. They even brought a map of the amusement park so that they could use their time efficiently and go on as many rides as possible. Jenny and Dave got to the park. However, they realized they could not enter. Dave had forgotten to pack their tickets, so they had to return home. They returned and still went to Valley Fair that day. However, they lost 3 hours of park time because they had to drive home. Bummer. Oh my goodness, there are some big causes and effects in this. Okay, let's talk about what they are by using this chart. And we started one of these yesterday with our For the Birds video. And so we have causes on this side and we have effects on this side. And so if we're missing the cause, we're going to look at the effect and say, what made that happen? So let's look at the effect that we have right here. Jenny and Dave were thrilled. What caused Jenny and Dave to be thrilled. We'll go back here. Let's look in that first sentence. Will you read that out loud with me? Jenny and Dave were thrilled to be headed to Valley Fair. So what caused them to be thrilled? That's right. They were headed to Valley Fair. So in this box right here, we can type or write, they were headed to Valley Fair. Now we have a cause right here. They forgot to bring the tickets to Valley Fair with them. What did that cause to happen? Or what did that lead to? Let's go back to our paragraph. We're going to go right in the middle to however, and that's a clue word. However shows us something is coming. They realized they could not enter. Dave had forgotten to pack their tickets, so they had to return home. And so is another clue word right here. Okay, Dave had forgotten to pack their tickets. That's our cause. What did it lead to? They had to return home to get the tickets. So right here it says they forgot to bring the tickets to Valley Fair with them. So what was the effect of that? That's right. They had to return home to get the tickets. Okay. Let's look at this last effect. They lost 3 hours of time at Valley Fair. Why? We want to know what caused them to lose 3 hours. Why did they lose 3 hours of time at Valley Fair? Let's go back and look. Okay, and let's read this last sentence together. Will you read this out loud with me? However, they lost 3 hours of park time because they had to drive home. Bummer. So, sorry about that. Okay, so what caused them to lose 3 hours of time at Valley Fair? That's right, they had to drive home to get their tickets. Okay, so driving home caused them to lose 3 hours of time at Valley Fair. I just noticed something. Driving home right here, that's our cause. It's also the effect up here. They forgot to bring the tickets to Valley Fair with them, so they had to drive home. So it was an effect of this cause right here. And then we were able to bring it down to our cause chart, and it became the cause of something else. Sometimes an effect can turn into a cause, and it can lead to something else. So keep that in mind as you practice today. You do have a similar chart to this in your bundle today. I think I have it right here. I do. And you are going to read about the colonies. We did some learning about the colonies a few weeks ago, and they led up to our American Revolution unit in social studies. So you're going to read this little nonfiction passage about the colonies, and then you're going to fill in this cause and effect chart using the passage to help you. We can find cause and effects in nonfiction too, because nonfiction is real life. And do you have causes and effects in real life? Absolutely. I just gave you one today about my dog, Penny. Which reminds me, I know not everybody gets a chance to watch these videos. And in the, so actually, if you get the chance to watch this video today, would you just email me and say, hey, Mrs. Blake, I heard about your new dog. And just let me know. Maybe you can let me know if you have a dog too. Let me know. Maybe you have some advice for me as I'm getting a new dog. Just let me know. Hey, Mrs. Blake, I heard your big announcement, and I watched that video and I heard about your new dog. So, so that is a cause and effect I have for us. I'm not quite ready to go yet. It is Daily Fix-It Day. And so I just want to review a few things for you about building sentences and punctuation. So remember, punctuation is so important. Here's 3 things. We've been working on these for a while. Let's remember. Every sentence needs to start with a capital letter. Every sentence needs to end with a period, question mark, or exclamation point. And every sentence needs a who and a do. That's right. I know do is covered up, but I know you know that. Every sentence needs a who and a do. Okay, so here's number 1 right up here. It says, which sport do you like best? What is wrong with this sentence? Hopefully you found the first mistake in this first word right here, which. Which needs an H in there. It's WHICH. Which sport do you like best? What other mistake do you notice? That's right. It ends with a period, but it is asking us a question. So it needs to end with a question mark. 2 mistakes in that sentence. And let's just review quickly, how should sentences end? A period ends a statement, which is a sentence that tells you something. A question mark ends a question. It asks something, just like our question up here, or just like this question, do you have a dog? And then an exclamation point ends a sentence that shows a lot of feeling. So, my kids are so excited to get a new dog. That would end in an exclamation point because it shows a lot of feeling. You have 9 more sentences to edit today. Your normal daily fix-it page, I've got it right here, just like this, okay? And each sentence has 2 mistakes in it. So cross out the mistakes and write them correctly right above or below. And I want you to ask yourself these things as you're correcting. Does it have an apostrophe where needed? So here's an example. This little dash right here between the U and the R is an apostrophe. So your, and this would be like, you left your jacket at school. Your, no apostrophe needed. But this your with the apostrophe means you are. So this would be like, you're coming to my house today. And it does need an apostrophe. Our sentences today mix up these 2 words, so I want you to double check and make sure the right one is included. Here's another question for you. Read this blue one with me. Does it sound right? Here's an example of something that does not sound right. He don't do that. Instead, it would be he didn't do that, or he doesn't do that. Okay, if it doesn't sound right to you, be sure to correct that. And then last question, read this purple one with me. Is it spelled right? Just like in our sentence on the slide before, the word which was spelled wrong. So you just need to cross that out and spell it correctly. Then I do want to talk to you just a little bit about compound sentences. And these will show up in your daily fix-it today as well. Compound sentences are 2 sentences that we join together to make one longer sentence. And you guys use these all the time. You're really good at them. So here's an example. Here's 2 sentences. I like summer. My best friend likes winter. And so we want to make this into one long sentence. Right here, we do this by saying, I like summer, comma, but my best friend likes winter. So we dropped this period and changed it to a comma, and then we added this word but, which is a joining word, or the fancy word for it is conjunction. Say conjunction. Good job. Okay. And so that joins these 2 thoughts together and makes it one sentence. So the new sentence needs a comma and a conjunction or a joining word. I like summer, comma, but my best friend likes winter. So look for those compound sentences today as well. Make sure they have the right punctuation, the comma, and the right joining word in them so that they are a complete sentence. All right. That is all I have for you today. Have a wonderful day. And if you heard my news in this video, be sure to email me and let me know. I'd love your advice if you have a dog of your own. Happy Wednesday. See you later.